She get rocky, but the show must go on. She get rocky, bullets hit like Stallone. Body dropping, trying to pay out.
Do you think America's a racist country?
Do I think America's a racist country? I think it's a classist country. I think it's
It's a what? It's a classist?
Yeah.
So it's classism. Okay,
I think it's
classism.
more about classism than racism, but I think racism still exists and it affects you. I think the systematic racism, I think the way it's designed is what still affects people of minorities, mainly African Americans. And that's what I believe about it. You know what I'm saying?
Can you elaborate? Like, talk about that a little bit. Like, what do you mean?
What is it to talk about? Like, when it come to like African Americans, like you look at the ones like, we don't even build up our communities. The first thing you do if you get some money as an African American, what you gonna do? You gonna move across town and say, I'm gonna go move and live around people that don't even look like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, let's all get together and build up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get this land. Let's, you know what I'm saying, get with other people. And we gonna
that's classism. 100%. That right there is classism.
But we don't do that. So I'm saying that's why I say that's still part of racism.
No. What you're saying? That is classism.
Okay.
Like if I get rich, I'm like, yeah, bro. I ain't trying to hang out with Mel no more, bro. I don't know what he on. That's classism, bro. Because I'm thinking that I'm all of a sudden now I'm of a higher class than you, so I don't need to be hanging around you.
Yeah.
And so I'm with you. Like, I think most of the world has a classism issue. I think America does have a classism issue, but I think a lot of people mistake it for racism. Yeah. And I'm not saying racism isn't real, but I don't think it's as pronounced as people try to make it seem, bro. Like, I think stereotyping is a real thing, and I think we all stereotype, and I think that'll never go away. I don't give a fuck what you do, how many classes you give, and how many, oh my God, we gonna do this, DEI, whatever bullshit you try to come up with. Classism stereotyping will never go away, ever. Actually, classism will never go away either.
Yeah.
That's real shit. We had a huge classism problem in Jamaica. Like, if you grew up in a certain neighborhood, certain companies wouldn't even hire you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was. Like, and everybody back home is, not everybody, but Jamaica's predominantly black. Yeah. So, like, they're literally being, they're some kind of classist against you because of where you live. But, that's just what it is. Like, but I think a lot of people mistake that shit as racism. And the reason why I say that is because, bro, I notice more damage done to us by us than damage done to us by other races, bro.
But why is it done to us by us? That's what people forget. When people say that and make statements like that, they always be like, shit, we the ones killing each other. We ain't just,
you're trying to say it was planted.
We ain't just start killing each other. It ain't start. Initially we won't killing each other.
Okay.
So what created that? You know what I'm saying? What made us start killing each other?
Right.
What did that? It was the drugs. How do we get the drugs? Don't know black people on. How was all the drugs? Crack cocaine deep in a black community.
Right.
Why did it hit the black community so hard? It was on purpose. Why does, you know what I'm saying? So you got to look at stuff like that. When people say that it don't, it's a systematic thing and it don't, like, that's when you got to kind of, man, I went blowing.
Heck yeah, what was that?
That's crazy. But yeah, so that's where that come in when it's like you gotta like acknowledge that racism exists. You know what I'm saying? And the best thing to get people to do, if you can get people if you can convince people that it don't exist, it'll keep existing.
This is what I think about racism, bro.
Yeah.
I think I think racism exists, but I don't think it's a problem if you don't let it become a problem for you. And because I don't think racism will ever go away. Because stereotyping will never go away. And racism and stereotyping go hand in hand. Like, I'll tell you this. Back home, bro, we call every Asian person Mr. Chin.
Yeah.
That's fucking racist. That's fuck. Like, every Asian person, Mel, we call Mr. Chin. Any Jamaican who watches this will attest to that. 100%. Like, Anybody who is like Indian related, we call them coolie back home. Now, coolie is a different term, means something different in Jamaica than it does here.
Yeah.
Because the word coolie here was some derogatory thing for some other culture. But to us, it wasn't like that. Literally meant you had pretty hair. Back home, man, you had pretty hair and light skin. Literally. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? And you have all these different terminologies throughout time. And of course, in America, a lot of that stuff died out. But around the world, a lot of times it's not. Like when I was in Italy, bro, I felt that I was a black man in Italy. Like I felt it.
Yeah.
Everybody was looking at me like I'm in a restaurant eating sushi.
Yeah.
Like how he eating here at this nice restaurant. I felt that, bro. The reason why is that place has a refugee issue.
Yeah.
They have issues with people coming from because Italy's right there on Africa, bro. So like you got a lot of people coming from over
Africa to like escape. I mean, from Africa to Italy. Okay.
Exactly. They're refugees. They're there's a word they use.
They was conquered back in the day, like a long time ago. One time too.
Are you talking Italy or
Italy was conquered by I can't think of that African.
Oh, for real? No, I don't know nothing about that.
I can't think of the name, bro. I can't think of it.
Oh, so you think there's some like hate? I mean, because of that.
I don't probably. That's even though that's a long time ago, but it still has some form. And they say that's why a lot of Italians got that like a different tone to them.
Yeah. Because
Hannibal.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Hannibal,
I gotta look into that.
He conquered Italy, bro. Like,
I could see that though. I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a lot of time to do reading.
Yeah. Facts.
So like, I ain't want to forget his name, but it was Hannibal. It's crazy. They come up with it. So a lot of times they had history by like now you make a movie about a cannibal named Hannibal. So when I heard
of Hannibal. I heard of him for sure.
But listen, I'm telling you how I came about it. When somebody told me about Hannibal, bro, I'm thinking about the person that was eating person,
right?
Because that's how they had it. Perfect example how they came out with the movie Black Panther.
Yeah.
So now, if you look up Black Panther, what you gonna see? You gonna more likely gonna see the movie before you will even see what the Black Panther Party really.
Oh no! Well, Black Panther. Oh, wait, are you saying? Because remember, Black Panther came from the comic books.
I know.
Are you saying the comics?
I'm not saying the comics.
Because I think
the comics didn't.
Which one came first?
The comics didn't have to reach. So I'm saying like when the comics came out, it was literally just innocent. Like
okay.
It was a comic.
Okay.
When Black Panther came out, that was a box office film that seen millions of people. So now when you say Black Panther, when you used to say Black Panther, you throwing a few people. You throwing people with the afros.
I see what you're saying.
Now when you say Black Panther, you gonna think of the character.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
That's the type of stuff they do. Same thing with Hannibal. That's why I didn't know. That's why I thought Hannibal was a guy that ate people. Which was a movie. Might have been true, it might have been not. But I was like, dude who was conquered Italy and conquered many other places.
Well, Italy has an issue with African prostitution and like steal. Like a lot of Africans go there and they steal and they do the little like kind of low level crime.
Yeah.
The little annoying shit like, oh, you gotta hold your purse type stuff, or what I'm saying? So when they see a lot of black people in Italy, they kind of look at you like you're one of like them.
Yeah, they think you at the lowest level.
Yeah, right. So when I was like, bro, I'm telling you, like the people I was with, they had to tell me it was this guy. He was telling me, yes, the reason why this is happening is because of XYZ. Because, bro, I felt that shit, bro. Yeah. Like, I'll be looking around. I mean, everybody in the restaurant is just looking at me like, and you could tell there's like a lot of judgment. You know what I mean? I've never experienced that here in America, ever. Not one time. Now, when we were younger, of course, I go into 7-Eleven. You might have a little store clerk watching the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go through certain parking lots, you might have somebody like lock their car. You know what I'm saying? They might lock it like 3-4 times or some shit, So you might have little instances like that. It's funny too, because a lot of times when they do that, I'm like, bro, you think I'm about to break into your little 2005 bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to do, but a lot of times, like, that's stereotyping.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But do I think America has a racism issue? I don't think there's a racism issue in America. I think It's classism. And I think what people do is they use racism or the act of it or how they feel because of it.
Yeah.
And they actually let it like make them weaker as men. You know what I'm saying? I think it stops them from trying things because, well, nah, bro, I'm black. Like, that ain't going. I'm not gonna be able to do this because, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's for the white man, or you see what I'm saying? I don't know if you agree with that. I don't know if you've seen that.
I don't agree with that at all. I know we got a racism issue, and your view on racism is going to be environmental. You know what I'm saying? It's like wherever you grew up at. If you grew up somewhere where you don't really have to experience too much racism, or you might be sheltered in a way. You know what I'm saying? That you didn't really get the full effect to see it. You know what I'm saying? Or the even, because if I'm somebody I never had experiences that showed me racism, then I probably would feel the same way. You get what I'm saying? And I'd be like, I don't agree with that shit. I don't think it's racism. I think it's on you. Like, you got the same opportunities as, you know what I'm saying? But then there's times where you see certain things or you've been through certain things, and you be like, damn, like, yeah, like your race can like
stop you.
It can hold you back. You can also come up from under it and then be like, I came up from under it, but you still got to acknowledge that it was there. Like, I bet you somebody like a Jay-Z would still tell you, like, yeah, racism exists, despite that he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure he had to do a lot to get into the billionaire club.
I mean, just to be successful. I'm just saying he's a billionaire, but I'm saying just for anybody that's successful, because they get to these levels and then they get the flex. Because you might be like, it might be somebody that don't know a Jay-Z. True. So he go in there and now he got like, I make more money than you. Yeah. He not gonna say it like that because but he know how to like flex. So but Jay-Z, if you talk to Jay-Z like you talking to me, Jay-Z will tell you, yeah, racism exists in America today. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, I don't know if it, like, when I say racism doesn't exist, actually I never said it doesn't exist. But when I say it in the way I say it, I don't think America's a racist country. I think, there are pockets of racism. Let me say it that way. So you can never get rid of, like, just like I said, you can never get rid of stereotyping 100%. There are people who are going to hate other people just because of the differences that they have. Like when I was younger, right, I was on the bus. And I don't know if you remember, like, a lot of Europeans used to come here on like a work program. Yeah. Oh, I remember that too. Boy, I used to have some fun with them. Boy, some of those girls were so bad. Anyway, we used to have some good time. Boy, they could drink, dog. The Ukrainians, Russians, Bulgarians, and oh my god. Anyway. There was this guy, right, black dude, and I was young, bro. Like, I think I might have still been in high school because I was on the bus. Because I started driving when I was like 18. But like, I had a car. But yeah, so I was listening to this dude, and he was a black dude, and he was like, "Man, these fucking cockroaches. And I didn't know what he was talking about, but he was looking at me saying it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like I look like him, so he feels comfortable saying it to me about other people. And I was like, what are you, I was like, what you talking about? He's like, these fucking cockroaches coming here taking all the jobs. And I looked around and I saw all those Europeans, all those like foreigners, you know what I'm saying, here on like a work visa for the summer, because they do the summer work program. You remember that? Yeah, right. Yeah. And I thought, I was like, that's like, would you call that racist? The fact that he's calling them cockroaches because they're coming here.
Hey, yes, a form of racism. I don't take it. I don't say that. Do I mean that's right that they were able to take people's job? I might not agree with that, but I would still say that's racist.
But how do we know they took any job? Well, for one, this dude is like
somebody's job.
Well, the point I'm making is they
didn't take it. It's a job that somebody wasn't able to get because
but companies allocate those positions for them because it's only a summer job. It ain't like it's a full-time gig. It's like 2-3 months. You come here, you work, you go home.
All right, but imagine this. This is the highlight of your life. You just gonna work at McDonald's. That's just what you do. Yeah. And you was once getting on your schedule
hours.
You was getting 5-6 days. For real. You getting 6 days, you getting to work. Yeah. Now they done came here, they done cut your shit down, you get 2 days.
Now let me ask you, okay, I feel you.
You get 2 days. How you gonna feel about
it? Okay. Why in the hell a grown ass man, because this is what I saw in my head, and this is how I think. You a grown ass man on the damn bus. Why are you on the bus?
Yeah.
Why are you on the city? I'm 17. These are foreigners. They don't have a car. This guy's a grown ass man. I'm saying like older than we are now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this was like shit 15, 17 years ago that I'm talking about. So to me, you already like, I don't know. I feel like you already kind of like put yourself in like a fucked up situation. You just mad at the world because of it.
But we need people, one thing about it, in order for our country to thrive, we need people on all levels. So people, you can't never look down on a person that's...
I'm not looking down. He's the one looking down.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about for saying a man is that age and saying he's working here, like that might be his education level, he might have whatever, that might be all he can sustain. He might got a record, he might got whatever, but he know like shit, me getting this McDonald's, getting these hours.
But you heard what you said, right? He might have a record.
Whatever
so you can't blame
whatever the situation. Yes, you can, because why should I be put down? Like why if I'm making the best out of, if I'm cool with working my job, I'm cool with that. Like I understand that my limit is my level is McDonald's.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Right.
You know, I'm cool with that. I'm coming here busting whenever they need extra. I'm taking all the hours. But now that they done let people to come in that's not from this country, they're working. Then they not kids. They're like they working and they're taking my hours. So he has a right to be frustrated.
I don't know. It's okay. I don't know if he has a right to be frustrated. Well, of course he has a right. It's freedom of speech.
He definitely got a right.
Yeah, he got a right. But I don't know if it's warranted. And I don't know if I can understand it because
if you're looking at if you
and I was a kid at the time.
That's like somebody looking. If you're looking from.
No. Remember, I was a kid.
I know, but still, I'm saying if you're looking, but you're still looking at it as because your man never never told you like, bro, I'm going to be working McDonald's when I'm 30, 40. You knew that this was just even if you was ever working at, this was going to be the beginning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But this dude, whatever his situation is, we don't know his whole story, but he was cool. Like whatever he was doing, he was surviving on McDonald's. This might have paid his rent. Yeah. This might have helped him, you know what I'm saying, take care of his sins. And this, he was cool with that.
Right.
Now they done sent all these people from Ukraine and they done took my job.
Yeah.
I was getting 10 hours. I was getting 5-6 days. Yeah. Now I'm getting 2 days. So he's gonna be frustrated. Yeah. Now he might have said some racist stuff that I don't agree with, but he is warned.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, fair. Now the thing is, I don't know if he's warranted. He can say what he want to say, but I don't know if he's warranted because regardless of what, he put himself in that situation.
He was warranted. He got the right to say that. He got the right to feel that way. He got the right to, and I agree with him.
Because,
you know what I'm saying?
So you agree?
Hell yeah, I agree with him. Like, I agree with him over that. Like, because, like, I feel like a lot of times we take care of others. We take care of other people before we take care of home. Like, my thing is, like, keep home straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is we, like, keep home straight? You know what I'm saying? That's all I say. So if that's how the scenario, I don't know the whole scenario. I just gave out a scenario. But if you telling me that these foreign exchange people are more important than this man, that he ain't doing nothing illegal, he just working his little job, he cool, he happy with getting his hours. So
remember, hypothetically, you made up the McDonald's thing. So a lot of these people will come here and they do work in McDonald's, but a lot of them work for like the hotels, right?
I would just use a McDonald's example.
I know.
I'm just
but the thing is, a lot of these dudes that be saying that shit don't want to work.
Now, if you don't want to work, then
they just be talking because they like, oh, they come here taking all this money and they sending it back to their homes.
That's
what the fuck? That ain't none of your goddamn business.
It's not. That's not. Now, don't nobody want the job. Now, if they didn't take nobody, like if you were still able to flourish and it didn't affect you, then it's I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But if it took something from somebody that was over here that was already working, then I don't.
Okay. That's fair. Now, let me ask you something. You're a manager, right? You're a manager at a job, and I work for you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, man, Pete gonna bust his ass when he here, bro. I ain't got to worry about this motherfucker. And then you get some foreigners and you get a contract. Okay, you got to hire them for this money. You gonna hire them, but you gonna make sure I don't want to lose Pete because guess what? When they leave, his ass still gonna be here. You know why? Because I done made myself a valuable employee.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I might be able to call out more than other people because I'm like, yo, bro, like I have some shit going on in my family. You like, man, I know you, bro. You done. You see what I'm saying? Like,
if it's not a chain, if it's a chain for the hotel where it's about the bottom line, they're not gonna care about how.
No, that's not true. That's
not
true.
Care about
if you are the best, bro, I'm telling you this right now. If you work for a company and they know this motherfucker is the best,
on your best, you're gonna run up and rank. But I'm talking about if you're at
they gonna treat you like
if you're at a regular level, they're gonna.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about like as far as like I'm not talking about rank. I'm talking about
That's what I'm talking about.
No. I mean, like, okay, let's say we work in a hotel together.
Yeah,
and we're both housemen.
Yeah,
or we're both laundry. We both working the laundry. So we got to fold sheets and wash sheets and all this, and we're like, yo. They're like, yo, bro, Jamel's that nigga, bro. Like, Pete come here. Yeah, he work for 8 hours a day. Jamel can do what Pete does in 8 hours in 4 hours. So half the time you could do it. Okay. Okay. Right now, Jamel's going through something with his family. Jamel's going through, he has some car issues. You think they're going to let you go, bro? They're going to be like, nah, we gonna let's work with him, make sure he good until he get back on his thing, because we get twice the amount of work out of him than everybody else. The point I'm making is, bro, what I'm trying to say is this, right? A lot of times people like put in mediocre or less than mediocre effort into shit, but expect like grand fucking rewards in return. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I agree with that. Like, bro,
but everybody don't. Some people just get the short end of the stick.
That's true.
So I agree
with you. Capitalism.
If you putting in that work and it works for you, then that's what it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you gonna go, but it's like for every person that it went for, it's somebody that it didn't go for.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
So for sure.
Yeah. So it's gonna.
But just like you made a hypothetical, I made a. That's all it is. That's all it is.
But I'm saying it exists. So to say it don't exist, I'm telling you, like it's still.
No. I'm not saying. I never said it didn't exist. Yeah. I never said racism didn't exist. The point I was making when I brought that guy up is what I'm trying to say is there are pockets of racism, and you'll never get rid of it because there are different reasons for it.
Let me ask you a question.
You know what I'm saying?
You build, right?
Yeah.
So if you build something on a fucked up foundation, what that mean, right?
Oh, no matter how good of a job you do building it, it's gonna like tumble.
All right, what foundation was our country built on?
Yeah, but
no, but this what foundation was our country built on?
Choked up.
What foundation? Just answer the question.
That's a bullshit. That ain't no bullshit. That's a real question. That's a bullshit.
No, it's not, bro.
It's not the same. It's not the same, Mel.
Bro,
it's not the same, dog.
Just answer. Listen.
Look, this country was built 100% Columbus. It was a lot of stealing, a lot of unfair.
Columbus never even made it to the United States.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Where Columbus landed?
Where did he land at? You go ahead and tell me. You teach me.
He landed in the Caribbeans.
Well, okay.
That's still the United States.
No.
Yeah, he landed in the Caribbeans. He never stepped foot on the United States. Research, bro. I'm telling you.
You sure about that?
Man, research.
I ain't gonna challenge it. But
research.
The point I'm making.
I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Just research.
The point. Okay. Okay. So you said, how was America built? Okay, bro. I would say we had a history 100% where colonization, racism. You know what I'm saying? Like conquering of another race and feeling like you're better because you're a different race and color. However, Mel, I can't believe that because that was the thing back in the day that we still have to operate like that. I don't think that's think that's a valid point, bro.
I thought the same thing. Now let me ask you this: what laws and stuff do they still exist? Do we still follow the same? Are we still under the same Constitution, the same Declaration of Independence? Are we still under that? Well, minor amendments, but we still under the same. We're still under the same.
Right, but the Constitution never really.
They can't touch it. They made it.
Yeah. But they that wasn't really a race-driven thing. The race-driven thing was a social thing.
It wouldn't have to be race-driven because it was already established. You know what I'm saying? Because even when the Constitution is all this is even when they did it, because we were supposed to get 40 acres and a mule after slavery.
Yeah, but that wasn't in the Constitution.
I ain't saying this in the Constitution.
That was something that Abraham Lincoln promised.
Shit, but I'm saying all this shit goes in. Yeah, when they freed after the war. But you know why he did that? Because he understood what racism did.
Facts. And you know what happened?
You know what I'm saying?
He got fucking killed.
I know.
They killed him. they blew his head off, and I forget the name of the president that came in after him because he was gonna sign that shit into law, and it was gonna be what it was gonna be, and he got killed. and the president took over after him, say, "Oh no, we're not doing this."
For sure. Because he ain't want to get killed.
Or he just opposed it.
Nah, because he ain't want to get killed. Because if you do this and you stop the foundation, because our foundation was built off, and it's still.
I don't think that's what it was. I think the culture back then was just too soon.
I don't think so.
I think it was just too soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think what it was, bro, honestly, like there were a lot of poor white people that didn't own 40 acres. And they're like, if you give these, and you know, back then they used to say that the NER,
they ain't had to go through it. We deserved it. Like, we
for sure.
Yeah, so they can say that.
But the point is, like you just said with this guy, with this guy I mentioned, that feel like, oh, that's not fair because of da 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 da. They gonna feel the same damn way.